Before anything begin, I want you to imagine a simple moment. You wake up tomorrow morning, you stretch, you breathe, you walk to the mirror, and you look yourself exactly the same as yesterday. The same as last year, the same forever. No wrinkles, no aging, no sickness, and no dying. Just life, endless life. Sounds impossible, right? Well, what if I told you that this impossible dream is being built right now? Not in movies, not in fantasy, but in silence by the most powerful man on the earth. For years, billionaires chase money, fame, and power. But now, those things are too small. There is only one enemy left that even their money cannot control, which is death. And these men have finally decided, no more, not in this lifetime, not ever. Right now, hidden behind locked doors, scientists are trying to do something that humanity has never achieved. Reverse aging, stop decay, rebuild life from the inside out. And the men who paying for this science are Jeff Bezos, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Sam Altman, and Larry Page. Men who already control companies, industries, nations. Now they want to control life itself. So inside these hidden labs, cells that should be old are becoming young again. Muscles that should be weak are becoming strong again. And organs that should be fail are healing like they never aged. Scientists call it cellular rejuvenation. I call it the undo button inside the human body. And billionaires, they want to own that button. But here's the part no one talks about. If immortality becomes real, it won't be for everyone. Not for you, not for me, not for 99% of humanity. It only for those who pay billions of dollars. The rich will stay young, the rest will grow older. Two kinds of humans, the mortal and the immortal. This is not science fiction, this is happening right now. Today, you will see the secret companies, the hidden experiment, and the real science behind the billion-dollar war against death. But before we walk through that door, ask yourself, what happened to the world when richest people never die? So welcome to the secret war of immortality. In schools, we are taught death is natural, death is normal, but billionaires, they do not think like that. To them, death is a bug in the human software, and bugs can be fixed. Most people fear death because of heartbreak, but billionaires fear death for a different reason, which is they don't want to lose control. They can control money, power, companies, and governments, but they cannot control time, and that terrifies them more than anything. Peter Thiel once said, aging is a disease and disease can be cured. Every wrinkle, every grey hair, and every heartbeat is a countdown. Not to death, but to failure. Because billionaires believe if they die, their legacy dies with them. And that is unacceptable. Jeff Bezos once asked, why we accept death if technology can fix every other problem? To him, death is not destiny, it's a challenge. A challenge he plans to beat. That is why he funds labs that try to reverse aging. Because in his mind, if rockets can reach space, why can't science reach immortality? But this obsession is not new. Pharaohs wanted immortality, Chinese emperors drink life potion, alchemists search for eternal youth. Every era's most powerful people feared only one thing, losing everything. Death takes everything, but today's powerful men have something ancient king never had. Science. And unlike magic, science might actually work. Imagine life is a video game. Everyone get one life, fair game. Now imagine one player buy a cheat code, unlimited lives. They never die, they always win. That is how billionaires see life. They want the cheat code, the extra life, the immortality upgrade. And they are willing to pay billions for this. But behind every machine, behind every experiment, and behind every dollar lies a simple truth. They are afraid and deeply afraid. Not of death itself, but of being forgotten. Of becoming just another name in human history. They want time, they want legacy, they want forever. And fear is the fuel of this entire movement. And this fear has opened the door to the most powerful labs in the world. Somewhere in California's mountains stand a building with no name. Inside this building, scientists are teaching cells to forget their age. This place is called Altos Labs. funded by Jeff Bezos. And what they are attempting is unbelievable, reversing the clock of life. They use a process called cell reprogramming. Your body is a car, aging is a rust, and cell reprogramming, it removes the rust and make the engine brand new. Not repaired but brand new. Imagine being 50 and your cells turning 20 again. This is not a dream. They have already reversed age in mice, rebuilt old organs, restored damaged tissues, and made old muscles grow young. Jeff Bezos said, if this works, it will change everything. He is right. But Jeff Bezos is not alone. Google has Calico, one of the largest anti-aging companies on earth. Imagine the world's biggest search engine trying to search for immortality. They study why do we age, what breaks first, how do we stop it. Together, Altos Labs and Calico have spent billions of dollars, and they are just beginning. But Elon Musk has a different strategy. Not saving the body, saving the mind by Neuralink, a chip that connects the brain to a machine. Monkeys are already playing video games with their mind. Humans are controlling computers without hand. Elon Musk's final goal, upload the human mind. Imagine your thoughts, memories and personality copied like a file. Even if your body dies, your mind continues. This is like digital immortality. But here's the nightmare question. If your brain lives in a machine, are you still you or just a copy? A ghost with your memories. And Rejuvenate Bio is another player. They made old dogs younger using gene therapy. If that works perfectly, humans are next. Nanobots repairing cells, DNA being edited, organs rebuilt in labs, memories stored digitally. Every day, science moves closer to a human body that never breaks, to a mind that never fades, and to a life that never ends. This is not the future. It's a present and it's happening right now. And the people funding it might soon control the life itself. But immortality has a price, a dark price. Immortality sounds beautiful until you ask who gets to live forever. Because this dream is the most expensive dream in human history and only billionaires can afford it. Bezos writes billion-dollar checks, Peter Thiel pay millions every year, and Google spends like water. They are not investing, they are buying time. Every experiment, every scientist and every secret breakthrough is paid for by someone trying to outlive death. Imagine a future divided into two. Above, a glowing city of people who reset their age every decade. Everyone looks 25 forever. Below, billions who age normally, get sick, grow old and die. Two species, the timeless and the temporary. If the rich live longer, they stay in power longer, they stay CEO longer, and they stay leaders longer. Power stops rotating and new generation never get a chance. The world freeze because the people at the top never leave. Imagine a child staring at a billboard, Eternal Youth Serum $5 million a year. He instantly know the world is not built for him. Immortality become a luxury, like a jet, like a mansion and like a rare diamond. Except this time, the luxury is life itself. Maybe death was never the enemy, maybe death was the balance. Because when people know time is limited, they love harder, dream faster, try bolder and live deeper. But if a few become immortal, life becomes meaningless for everyone else. The world becomes a place where time is sold and the poor cannot buy it. And here's the truth billionaires ignore. If you live forever, you will watch everyone you love grow old and die again and again and again. Immortality does not give more life, it gives more loneliness. Is that a gift or a curse? And the biggest danger, if immortality belongs only to the rich, they shape the future forever. Leaders never die, dictators never fall, corporations never change hands. The world becomes trapped in the vision of a few men with unlimited time. So yes, living forever sounds magical, but the price might be our humanity. Humans have always asked one question: what does it truly mean to live? We love, we dream, we fail, we rise, and all of it is meaningful. Because we know one truth: life is short. But what happened when life become long, endless and forever? Immortality sounds beautiful, but here's the truth. If something lasts forever, does it still matter? Think of your favorite video game. If you had unlimited lives, would you still enjoy it? Or does the excitement come from knowing your time is limited? Life works the same way. It becomes precious only because it ends. Science can extend the body, but can it extend meaning? Can it preserve purpose? If a man lives 200 years, will he still feel love the same? Will he still feel joy, or hope, or gratitude, or will eternity slowly numb the soul? Billionaires dream of uploading minds, but here's the question no machine can answer. You can upload thoughts, but can you upload the soul? If your mind is copied, is that you or a digital ghost bearing your memories? Maybe immortality is not escaping death, maybe it's escaping life. Because without an ending, there is no urgency, no fire, no story, just pages, endless pages. Without a final chapter, it's no longer a book, it's just existence. Death is not a punishment, it's a teacher. It teaches us to live today, try today, and dream today. Because tomorrow is not promised. If humans never die, would we still be human? They have built rockets to escape Earth, now they are building machines to escape death. But the more they run from death, the more they run from humanity. Because to be human is to know the clock is ticking and to make that short time mean something. Maybe immortality is not an evolution, maybe it's an escape. Maybe death is not the enemy, maybe death is the artist that shaped the masterpiece we call life. This is the secret business of immortality, a dream powerful enough to change the world and dangerous enough to destroy it. In the end, humans may escape time, but time is what makes us human.